check in for everyone out there right now, Adam. So obviously we're cleaning off the throttle body. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. But what exactly do we have going on?
We're gonna weld a little bit of a bead on this.
Okay.
In a couple spots, so it doesn't pull the intercooler pipe off as it comes on boost.
Cool. So basically, it's going to help hold the intercooler coupler and pipe on, then, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Cool. So will you do a bead around the whole thing, out of curiosity?
No, in sections,
like
about an inch sections. Yeah, 4 corners.
Kind of like almost like a little rib.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. That works. Idea. Nice. More time lapse, people.
Here, let me finish. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there we have it. We got a little bead on there, and I have to say, you guys couldn't hear it in the time lapse, but this welder makes a different noise than the last one that you were using.
Steel to aluminum is different current.
Hence so the pulsing, which is the current. Then.
Yeah. Well, and then AC versus DC.
Okay.
A lot more buzzing.
Yeah, you're right. But it's still TIG welding, right?
Yes, it's TIG.
And what's MIG welding?
MIG is using that guy right there. It's wire fed.
Okay. Oh, that's I've seen a bunch of MIG welding. Then. Okay. With a little spool of wire. Yeah, yeah, I totally know. Yeah.
Sorry, it's not evenly spaced as for the neat bricks, but it'll do a job perfect. You can see the raised edge on it.
Cool.
It'll hold the pipe.
So I got a question for you, Adam. So I know in the past, and once again for the people out there, I myself have had Evos for over the last 10 years, and I've had multiple intercooler pipes pop off at the track.
Yep.
Under boost pressures, of 25 to 30 pounds, and I know people put hairspray and all kinds of shit on it. So
that was an old school DSM deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Shitty clamps.
You're at the track and you're like,
It was, silicone grabs a lot better than the rubber hoses did back in the day. And again, bead makes a hell of a movement of the hairspray on the like I said, shitty first gens with the DSM tricks kind of thing, where engine would rock 3 inches up and down. You know what I mean?
And you definitely needed T-bolt clamps.
Oh, at that point you have to. The motor moves so much that you just needed to hold it in there.
Yeah.
But these things aren't moving nearly as much as the first gen were, and
just for everybody, that's obviously where the throttle body goes for all you non-car people out there, and I know I have some non-car fans, so that's why I'm telling you.
Yeah, and we're not putting enough heat into it to where we're gonna damage the motor.
Yeah.
So I'm sure somebody's gonna say that.
Yeah, in terms of the welding. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a 100 amp current that was going through it, but we're not overheating it.
Cool.
So,
sounds good. Thanks, Adam. We'll check in with you guys in a bit. So obviously at this point, Adam is working on one of the intercooler pipes and just got done cutting it over there and deburring the edges, and now he's back to obviously sizing it up with that elbow that goes to the throttle body right there. But for the non-car viewers out there, Adam, is that what type of metal are you using for the intercooler piping?
We're all aluminum.
Yep. That's a tongue twister. Say that fast 10 times, right? So aluminum, like one would expect, with anything intercooler piping.
Yeah, steel just heat soaks.
Yeah.
Holds the heat way too
long. Yeah, just think of your guys' grill at home. You know how long that thing can stay hot, right?
Yeah, exactly. So aluminum is a perfect. Plus, it's nice, soft material. Welds quite nice. So.
Yeah. Now, I've heard, Adam. That's a good point. I've heard, or read. I shouldn't say I've heard, but a lot of people say that aluminum can be hard to weld. What's your opinion on the different metals in terms of welding?
I don't know. There's two schools. Some people hate it. They much prefer doing welding up stainless.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah.
I got no problem with it.
Yeah. So you'll weld on any
with it.
surface,
Yeah,
whether it's
yeah.
aluminum, metal.
Yeah, different composition of aluminum does make a difference, but if it's a used pipe, bastard. Oil likes to be absorbed by aluminum.
So the surface being clean is very important.
Well, you got to clean it no matter which material you're welding, but used, especially aluminum piping, if it's been ran on a car, oh man, that stuff is a bastard, or like an oil pan. You really got to clean
Now, is that
it.
because the metal changes because of the temperatures, or is it just because it's dirty?
Absorbs it.
So it absorbs it. Okay.
Absorbs it, yeah.
So think, once again to my Firestone days, think of shop floors when it gets really humid, or outside the shop floors and the concrete. It's sweats the
Same
oil
deal.
and the coolant.
Exactly. Same deal. Especially cast parts such as the intercooler tanks and whatnot.
Sure.
Those are cast. So I mean,
and those are the N-Tanks people right here. N-Tanks right here.
You really get to heat the living crap out of it to get the oil to come out of it.
That makes sense.
And then a weld isn't quite as pretty as it would be on the brand new material,
Okay, cool.
Unused parts. So
nice. Thanks, Adam. Maybe we could just take a quick break from time lapse here. Obviously, everything's looking really sexy and great, and clearly, you're mocking things up as you told me last time we were here. But what exactly, if you could just give the viewers a high-level overview of what you're trying to do, the science behind it right now.
Science, make it so it doesn't hit anything. I mean, give it half inch of clearance minimum everywhere. I mean, the motor is going to move a bit.
So you're talking about things like right here, obviously,
exactly.
with the core
ideally,
support.
Maintain a straight line, not one of these or these. You know what I'm saying? So
And
it's
okay, that makes sense. And I think you had mentioned last week too, in terms of stress and tolerances on any of these things, if they're not perfectly lined up or positioned, that, like you said, when the motor moves and things start moving.
Yeah, it's gonna want to start pulling the couplers off, etc.
So fit and finish,
you
obviously,
gotta use
are very important.
Common sense.
Yeah, tolerances. And as you guys can see, once again, Adam is working with some very, very tight clearances.
Oh, this is actually a good amount of room here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is like throwing a hot dog down the hallway kind of thing, so to speak.
So for the race car guy over here, is what you're saying is this isn't that bad,
This is not bad, no.
Okay.
No, first time it was a little rough, but a couple down the road, and this is all right.
So what Adam's saying too is after doing quite a few of these Jeep Grand Cherokee SRTs right here, you tend to, obviously with repetition, things get easier as with anything in life. So I'm sure he's learned quite a bit, in the fabrication of the previous 28 kits. So much more to come, and back to the time lapse, people. We are getting pretty close here, as you guys can see. Pretty amazing how this comes together.
so do I.
All right, folks. So we got something pretty exciting right here. We got the old blow-off valve that's made in the USA. Tile unit right there. Was this a 50 millimeter valve?
Yep.
Yeah, 50 millimeter valve. But yeah, so obviously Adam's going to mount it right here on the upper intercooler pipes. So he's just going to figure out where he's going to position that. And so quick check in here. So obviously, as we said a couple minutes ago, Adam is obviously going to weld the flange on the upper intercooler pipe at this point. Adam, a lot of sanding going on. I was just curious.
Just cleaning the surface, so it's
Is it important to give it kind of like when you're painting things?
exactly one
Same
step.
idea?
Yeah,
Okay.
one step.
Give it just a rough buff and then it sticks better.
Exactly, it makes it welding a
Adheres.
hell of a lot easier.
Okay, cool. So Adam had to, obviously from the last video we talked about the fact that he does tend to weld depending on things he's welding in rubber gloves, but he went
Yeah.
to the old trusty welding gloves because it's getting
Yeah,
hot.
you put enough heat into that pipe, especially aluminum. You got to use a lot of
So aluminum gets hot.
heat. Yeah, oh, it's a lot higher amperage than.
Ah, okay, so that's, okay, that makes sense.
Stainless.
Cool.
Come on, settle down.
Well, we're back from lunch. Adam's got some food in him, so he's re-energized and ready to go. Obviously at this point we are back at it with the upper intercooler pipe.
Yep.
And he is getting ready to get the blow-off
this little
valve mounted
section
and
out.
cut a hole and get it all mounted up. Alright, and right now we are drilling obviously another hole. The small one will be for the air temp sensor, intake air temp sensor, right Adam?
Yep.
Cool. Where was the air intake sensor before?
Originally, it's right on the elbow. It's just the original plug.
Oh, is that where it was? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Literally pops in on the factory one over
Makes
here.
sense. All right, everyone. Thanks again for checking out part 5 in the Jeep build series. Hope everyone's appreciating the series and liking it. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I plan on getting back probably on Monday or Tuesday of next week. I got a 3-day weekend, so pretty pumped in Chicago. It's supposed to be in the 60s this weekend, so really excited to get outside and enjoy it. But I'm hoping to be back on Monday. I'm just not sure if Adam's going to be there, so if not, probably Tuesday, which means you guys can expect the next video at some point end of next week. If you wouldn't mind, like I said, and we'll continue to say, please hit the like and subscribe button. Much more to come on this as we begin to fabricate the exhaust and mount up the turbo. Obviously we have dyno tuning coming up, and of course racing next month in March at the drag strips. So like I said, much more to come. I appreciate the almost 200 of you that have now subscribed. Channel's obviously growing fast. I appreciate it. And like I said, hope you guys appreciate the hard work. I'm in my pajamas on a Saturday morning editing this video for you. So once again, thank you, and much more to come.